on.
Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So we're heading to the last fishing destination on this month-long fishing trip that we're doing around the country. Be sure to check out the playlist if you haven't seen the other videos. Well worth checking out. And we're traveling through our next province now. We're traveling through the Free State. We're going to be heading to the largest body of fresh water in South Africa, the biggest dam in South Africa. We're going to go and try and see if we can catch some fish there. And fingers crossed, we can catch something good. So keep watching and see what we get.
Okay, so we finally arrived. This is basically just a little bay of a massive expanse of water that actually goes for 100 kilometers in that direction. But I've got a campsite right here on the water. It's got quite a lot of camping sites, but I've got one on the water. There's a little staircase to go down to land fish. So I'm going to set up. For fishing, and hopefully we get something. So the rods are set up, but I'm currently hiding away from the rain before setting up camp, and the wind is howling, a bit of a storm moving through, but hopefully once the storm is gone the fish will come on the bite. I hope the storm goes away so I can set up my tent. So this is certainly not an ideal way to end the trip. The wind is howling, so I can't my tent is kind of blowing away. My rods are having a good sway. I'm trying to use the car as a tent protector, but yeah, I don't know, this wind's quite strong, but they say it's going to die down, but it does make detecting bites and that quite difficult. But let's see how things go. More important than the camera, do you want to bring that landing net? Just down here. Yeah. So got my first fish, nothing overly large, but I'll have a look now. Quite close by, it feels almost like a bulb. Oh, it's a yellowfish. Is it a yellowfish? Ah, very interesting. Looks like a yellowfish. It's got really bad sores on its body. Okay, so this is definitely a yellowfish. Looks like it's more than likely a smallmouth yellow, and not very big. But look at those sores on its body. That's a little bit gross. But yeah, let's get it back in the water. Even though with the one like this, I'm half tempted to actually not release it because that could be contagious. I might actually keep this one and use it for barbel bait. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, so really nice to get a fish, and a surprise fish as well, a yellowfish. I wasn't expecting that, you know, I was mainly going for carp. That yellowfish had a few like sores and stuff on its body. Sometimes that can be contagious towards other fish, so I've decided to remove it from the population, and I'm going to use it for barbel bait. So I'm going to cut up a few pieces, throw them in there, set up one of the rods, and put it out there and see if Mr. Big Old Catfish decides to come and play. So I've got another yellowfish on here. I didn't even know I had a yellowfish on, but I'm just walking it to the wall there, and got to net it. Let's check it out. Yeah, sure, quite a nice sized one. So it's a nice sized one. It also looks like it's got some of the skin stuff on it. Well, the skin condition. I'm going to hold it up for you, and then I'm going to pop it back in the water. Circle hook with the trick. So yeah, not a bad yellowfish. Let's get it back into the water. Nice surprise, probably from the wind. I just thought it was the wind, and it was actually yellowfish, so that's really cool. Let's see if we can catch another one. So what I've done is I've chopped up this yellowfish into like little fillets that I can use as bait. There's the head that I can use as bait. I've got to chop the body up and then use that as chum. Not too far from my spots, and I'm just going to lob a bait down onto it. You just ground baited right here, and just going to throw right here where I've ground baited, and those little pieces of meat, and that normally can cause some excitement. Just had a screaming run and I'm onto a fish. Have to walk them all the way to these stairs. Feels like a decent fish, and I kind of fight them here away from the other rods, trying to get them to come right up to these stairs. Luckily Larissa's bringing the net for me, but I think I should probably leave the net here. Feels like a decent fish. Another yellowfish. I need to actually start weighing these. They're around about a kilo and a half. All smallmouth or small scale yellowfish. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Make it spot nice and wet for you, buddy. Oh, that's not a bad size actually. Not a bad size at all. There we go. Another really nice sized yellowfish. Looks like a smallmouth. I'm going to put it back in the water and hopefully catch another one. This one was a screamer. Cheers, buddy. So the wind's calmed down quite nicely. I'm going to light a fire for a barbecue, or what we call in South Africa a braai. The wind's still messing with my alarms. That's the beeping in the back there. So one of the cool things about this trip was, well, you know, I didn't really have the cash for it. I just decided I'm going to use the money that I've got and go. So I don't even have tongs. I'm using a fork and a spoon to flip my boerewors, and oh, seems to be working now. So yeah. This is how we budget treat ourselves for a braai. Just a little bit of sausage, some bread. Budget meal. Beautiful start to the morning. Nice little yellowfish. This one's a lot more silver, and still a smallmouth there. I really want to catch a mochel. I haven't caught a mochel before. But let me get this back in the water. Screaming reel first thing in the morning. So good morning everybody. Yeah, last night I had two screaming reel runs. Like the second one was a really nice fish. Unfortunately I didn't manage to hook them. Early this morning managed to get that yellowfish, and then a couple of yellowfish last night. But there's a couple of yellowfish that are busy rising here. Now that I know that there's yellowfish in here, it's clearly those are yellowfish. So I'm going to throw a lure at them and see if I can get them to take anything. I've got my baits out and it's a beautiful, beautiful sunrise. So let's try and catch some fish. So I'm busy casting this small little halco lure for yellowfish. Yellowfish love it. I've caught a lot of yellowfish on it, and you never know, there's apparently some bass in here. Not many, because it's a massive expanse of water, but you never know, maybe a bass decides to come my way. Well, it looks like I've caught someone's fishing line. Maybe take this out the water. They're using very thick line, obviously going for catfish or barb or something. Oh, that's a lot of fishing line. Oh, the rig is still on there. Oh, using such thick line just for carp. Interesting. It's been in there for a long time, the hooks are rusted. I could use the swivels and the beads. I'll cut this off. Oh gosh, they're quite close to a rising yellowfish there. Got to pepper that spot a bit because they tend to move in schools. So what I'm going to do is, this is that rig that I hooked while I was throwing the lure. I'm actually going to just replace the hooks on it and see if it works, and throw it out there on one of my rods, give it a go. So there we go, there's the rig that I hooked when I was busy throwing my lure. Just replaced the hooks on there, and I'm going to use it as is. I hope those other guys did better knots on their line. I might actually cut off those little tail ends and see if we can get something on there. Had a really nice run on this rod, but I've got a circle hook on there that might be a bit big because it's mainly yellowfish here. So yeah, got to try a different hook on there. I've changed it to a hair rig. So I've decided to extend my stay here by one more day because it's quite fun catching these yellowfish. It's going to be cold though. I see tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock they're predicting 2 degrees and light snow, but I can't keep away from these fish, so I'm going to fish one more night, and then yeah, that's it for our month-long fishing trip through South Africa. It's been an absolutely incredible trip, but yeah, let's see if we can manage to finish it off with a nice big fish. I was actually trying to, yeah, it's a nice big yellowfish that. I was actually trying to fix my lines with this rod where. It looks like a nice yellowfish. Check it out. Nice. So this looks like another smallmouth yellow. So that little trace that I scavenged, I actually caught it on that. But another nice sized yellowfish. It's quite fun catching these. There we go. Check it out. Nice yellowfish. Let's get it back into the water. If I'm wrong, because I don't fish these waters and it's another species, please let me know in the comments down below, but I think this is a smallmouth yellow. So it's pretty windy out there, so taking shelter in the tent, waiting for another bite, hoping one will come soon. But it is quite nice just camping right with your rods, so your rods can be out all the time. So I've got another really nice yellowfish on here, gotta bring him in. not a bad yellowfish at all, really. Hey, look at that. There we go. Another beautiful yellowfish. Get it back into the water. Oh, there's a nice fish. Oh, it came off. Yes, that was a nice fish. Ah, yes. What happened? Hook pulled. No, man. Yeah, that was a nice fish. Oh well, this little rig seems to be doing the trick. So I just lost a really nice fish. I'm not too sure what it was. Actually felt like a carp. It felt a little bit heavier. What I'm actually going to do is for the afternoon, I want to try and see if I can get either one of these yellowfish on lure or bass on lure or something. And it's obviously very windy, but there's all these points. I'd also like to have a look at the big dam. So I'm going to try and get around that point to a slightly more sheltered spot from the wind and just spend a bit of the afternoon throwing some lures, see what I can catch, and then we'll come back and put the bait rods out again for the evening. So one thing I really enjoy about walking these dams and going to explore for bass is that you can actually see what other fish activities around, you can see what other structures around, and you know, if you're doing a much longer stay, you can actually potentially find some slightly better fishing spots. Now this is all looking quite good, but I want to try and get out of the wind, so I'm going to work my way around the corner out of the wind and then start casting, because these rocks look really nice. I'm hoping we'll catch something along them. The yellowfish also like hanging around the rocks, so yeah, let's see if we catch something. Now this looks like a nice area to target, out of the wind, this channel that actually leads to the little bay that I'm fishing in, and yeah, I wish I'd actually explored a little bit more sooner, because I think it would be a good area to even pop a carp bait or a barbel bait out to. Looks quite deep, and there's the wall. The wall of this dam is almost 1 kilometer long, and it stretches, the water stretches 100 kilometers that way, so plenty of space for the fish to hide away in. But this is good, looks like really nice bass structure, so I'm going to fish it a little bit, see if I can catch anything. So I'm initially going to multitask. I'm just going to throw a little crankbait that the yellowfish enjoy, but will also catch a bass, and see if anything decides to come my way. Then I'll fish a little bit deeper and slower for some bass. Tricky walking. So I've spent quite a bit of time fishing here for a yellowfish or a bass. It's a little bit sheltered from the wind, but not that sheltered. I'm actually standing behind a big rock now, so that there's not too much wind noise in the mic. Yeah, it's tricky because the water temperature is quite cold. This is quite deep, and there's also shade going over the water, and this breeze is quite cold. So I'm going to work my way back towards the camp, set up for the afternoon, going into early evening bite, and I might even throw that smaller little Halco lure there, because I do know it's deadly for yellowfish if they're feeding, and I have seen a lot more yellowfish activity there. This is just one giant expanse of water, but I was hoping to hopefully find some feeding fish. But as I walk along, if I do find some feeding fish, I'll be sure to have a cast at them. Really is a huge expanse of water, this massive place. It's got to hold some big fish in it. There must be some huge fish in here. So just as the sun's going down. Hooked into another fish. Feels like the yellow. It feels like a slightly more decent fish. Awesome. Oh, this has definitely got a little bit more of a fight to it. Let's have a look. Yeah, looks like another yellow. Just gonna land it. Oh, I can just land it right here. So this is really cool. This is my very first mochel, and you see they've got a much more broader fin, and yeah, little black spots on them. It's one of the mudfish species, very closely related to the yellowfish. I want to get another hook stuck in my finger. That beautiful little fish. Gotta get it back in the water. Awesome. It's a very nice fish here. Oh, on the carp rod. I'm hoping it's a carp. It'd be really nice to catch a carp. Nice fish here. I think it's a carp. I'll see, maybe it's a barbel with these little head shakes. Which side of the line are you? That side. Oh, it's a big, nice. Larissa, you should come check the size of this. Yeah, see, this is a big yet. Yeah, see. It's a largemouth yellowfish. Bring the scale. It's in the corner of the tent on the right side. Oh, this is exciting. I just don't want to lose this. This is a big, large-scale yellowfish. I've never caught one of these before, and yo, this is awesome. Wow, look at that. Yo, that's a big fish. I'm actually going to bring it up there. Oh, large-scale yellowfish. I can't believe it. What a beauty. Oh, I'm wrapped around another line. Yo, can't believe it. Wow. This is the fish of the trip right here. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Please. A large mouth yellowfish. I can't believe it. And a big one. A flippin' big one. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll do that now. Oh my word. Look at the size of this fish. Yes. Oh wow. Wow, largemouth yellowfish. I can't believe it. Oh man, this is so cool. So cool. Oh man. How's the size of this fish? Oh my word. Big largemouth yellowfish. Awesome stuff. Look at the size of that fish. This is what I was fishing for. I'm so glad I finally got a big fish. This is the first time I've ever caught a largemouth yellowfish, and wow, what a beautiful fish. I'm going to weigh it. I want to get back in the water as soon as possible. Wow, this is a dream fish for me. I'm really happy with this fish. Wow. Man, awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Yes. Yeah, this is such a big fish. So I'm gonna weigh it in the net, and then I'll weigh the net afterwards to take the weight away of the net. But let's give it a go. So we're looking at around about 5.285. Nice, what a fish. Okay, let's get you back into the water, big boy. Oh, what a fish. Man, I'm so happy with this fish. Oh, wow. Let's just let him get some oxygen in him. Get some time for him to recover there. Oh, wow. What a fish. What a fish. Wow, wow, wow. Just giving him some time just to get his power back. Wow, I'm so happy with this. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, buddy. Are you feeling nice and strong? You can swim off if you want. It's up to you, buddy. Okay, let's get you out of that net there. There we go, swim off. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Wow, that was amazing. Yes. So I'm just weighing the net to work out what we must subtract. Oh man, that sucks. The net weighs a lot. 1.02. So there was still a, what, 4.2 kilogram largemouth yellowfish. Still a decent size. I enjoyed that. They get huge. They get much bigger than that. Okay, I've got quite a strong fighting fish here again. Seems like a decent size. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Could be another big yellowfish. Could be a carp. I'm going to try and walk it and net it now. But yeah, ice cold, but some nice fish coming out. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what this is going to be. Oh, it looks decent, whatever it is. Looks very decent. Oh, it's a carp, yes. Yo, look at this beautiful carp. Wow, fantastic. Oh, on the carp rig. Oh man, that's great. It's not a monster, but it's certainly a nice fish. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. So not a bad sized carp, eh? Sure, seems like some nice fish are coming out now. Okay, it's not a monster, it's not a giant carp, but it's the first carp of the trip, and if you've been watching this, you know I've tried a lot for carp, so I'm really happy to get a carp on the last night. Oh, fantastic. Look at that. Well, let's weigh it and then put him back in the water. Yeah, I'm going to give him a quick weigh. Well, it's looking like 405, 402, so around about 3 kilos on the dot. Nice, nice. Okay, gotta take it back to the water. Oh man, I'm so happy that I managed to get a carp. This last night, the last night of the trip, is proving to be really successful. Just gotta let it get some oxygen first. So nice and strong there. Get some nice tail movement. Okay. There we go, buddy. You ought to be able to go soon. There you go. Off you go. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Yes. Fantastic. Can't eat it properly, man. Oh, it's a big invite. Want to fish. There you go, buddy. So what do we have here? There's Smallmouth Yellowfish, I think. Yeah. Smallmouth Yellow. Okay. Brr, it is freezing cold. This looks like another little smallmouth yellowfish. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful fish. Also on the hair rig, but I'm going to get back in the water. There we are, it's another nice fish. Oh dear, what time it is. Oh, it's 23 in the morning. Looks like another decent smallmouth yellowfish. There we go. Another nice smallmouth yellowfish. Let's pop back into the water. Oh, there's a fish there. Oh, quite a nice fish. Oh, this bait can't even stay out for an hour. And I'm on again. This time it's a nice little carp. Not a big one. Got a nice deep body though. Nice fat little carp. Look how fat its body is. Nice fat body. Fat carp. Right, nice fat full scale carp. I'm going to get it back in the water. It's a little guy, but it's a carp. Let's pop him back in the water, get a bait out there, catch another one. It is freezing, it's so cold. A big invite here. A nice size fish. There's a nice big largemouth yellow, smallmouth yellow. I'm going to just pop them straight back into the water. So good morning everyone. Sun's just come up over the horizon. I caught some amazing fish last night, it was so much fun. It's icy cold though. I think probably a few minutes ago it was about 2 degrees. It's starting to warm up now that the sun's out. But I'm going to carry on fishing. We have to be out of here by like 10, so I'll probably fish. I'll bring the rods out last, but I'll pack up the tent and that at about 9 or so. So I've still got about another 2 hours or so. Oh. And yeah, the birds are messing with me now. They're landing on my fishing rods and pretending that it's spice. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me catch this fish. Let's hope I get some more. You birds causing cuck. So the time has come to pack up and go home. It's been, what an experience, a month of just solid fishing. The weather hasn't been kind to us. It's not the best time of year to do it, but it's the only gap that I got, and wow, what a way to end it, catching that really nice largemouth yellowfish. If you haven't watched the videos, be sure to check it out. Have a look at the playlist. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And thanks very much for watching. And if you enjoyed these videos, be sure to subscribe so that you can see a few more of them. And yeah, it's been quite an experience. I'm sure I looked a lot younger and less beardy when I started this journey, but yeah, time to go back to the real world. But if you subscribe to these videos and you watch them, give them a thumbs up, put in a comment. This can become our job, and then I'll be able to do this all the time, which would be amazing. Yeah, but it's time to pack up and head home. So if you wondered why the fishing was quite slow, I haven't seen this much snow on a trip in my life before, but I'm actually surrounded by mountains covered in snow. Yeah, so it's quite chilly, but yeah, we're heading home. We should be home soon, but really cool to see some snow on the way.